Hello guys, this is Team Digital Destroyers, and first of all we are demonstrating our first problem statement in which we had to take an input from the user, an image and a related query in which the user gives us the modification of the image and wants us to give such images with the provided modifications. For to implement that, we have first downloaded the important libraries, and we have first generated the summary of our image, which is the user is going to give. You for to do so, we have used mini CPM model, and which generate which.
Generates the image summary.
So, for example, we have taken the image of a dog. Let's run it with to see whether it takes that or not. So as you can see, takes the image along with it. This is the block of code generating the summary. So here it is. It generates the summary. A white dog with the orange bone-shaped tag and lying on the grass. So now here can be two cases. If the user wants a similar thing but with another color, or same color but some other thing. Now, in the first case scenario, when the user wants similar color but other thing, he is changing the adjective but keeps the object constant. This is the thing we have implemented in our code also. First of all, using we have taken this image summary, and along with that we have also taken the user query, which I will be taking input in the next block of code. What I have done is that using the image summary and user query, we have divided both of them into subqueries in such a manner that each subqueries contains one object and their respective adjective pair. And using that, we are going to make our web search, because some of the information is there in the image summary and some of the information is there in the user query. Say for example, user searches a brown similar thing. So similar information is not there in the query, but it's there in the image summary. Dog. A user wants a brown dog. Okay. So this is the first case, and this is the second case would be a similar cat, in which the user wants a white cat. So in order to do this, I have generated subqueries and their respective adjective object pairs and replace them in such a way that the information get exchanged between the two to generate a web search which contains all the information. Now I'll run this block of code to take user query input. See, we want a brown similar thing. Here you can see these are the image summaries adjective object pairs, and these are for the user query, and this is the final web search which is going to be searched by our web search API, brown dog. And similarly, if if user wants to change the object while keeping the adjective the same, here you can see white cat. Now, as of now, I have changed only one such adjective or object in both the cases, but user can change multiple also. Say he can also write orange. Here it is written orange bone shaped, so he can write a black bone shaped or anything is lying on a grass, he can write lying on a what to say, lying on a wood or something like that. He can modify that easily. Okay, then this web search goes into our web search API where it is going to be search. Let's search it. It generates some links. Let click on one of them. Here it is. It generates white cats images. Yeah, that was our first question. Thank you.
Discuss the problem statement 2. First, I will show you the website which we created for problem statement 2. We can enter the query here which we want, and when we submit the query, we will get the results. In the result, we will get a query of our and question type of that query, and we will get the answer for that related query, and we will get the evidence list from where it was taken that answer. And the list contains about 3 articles, chunk lists. In that each chunk, there will be title with the respect related URL and the author, source, category, published it, and supporting fact for that. We can see one link for demo. Then I will explain you the code behind this. We used a Flask module for creating a web app, and we used NLP, tokenizer, and transformers, and we used transformer mini LM for making the chunk embeddings. We did it in GPU collab, and we stored it in a for particular file, and we are using the chunk embeddings in all other things. Now we are taking the query from the user, and we are making query embeddings, and we are using a cosine similarity for retrieving the top k articles, and the chunks contains title, author, URL, source, category, publish it, and fact, and we will display it in our website. We will detect the query type as null query, inference, comparison, or temporal by the similar words which will be in the query. Then we used NLP for detecting, and we will generate the answer, and the response contains query, query type, answer, and evidence list.